You're tuned to Arrow FM, your local community access radio station. The time now is 8 o'clock, time for another hour of the great music that came out in the 1960s with the 60s Nostalgia Show. The 60s Nostalgia Show is kindly sponsored by Cotter and Stevens, the electrical contractors down in Jellicoe Street in Martinborough. Cotter and Stevens have been into the Wairarapa for a long time. They would have seen a large number of Anzac days over their time, and during that time they've continued to provide great workmanship and service in the electrical field, whether that be private or commercial. Seeing it's Anzac Day on Monday and a long weekend, I thought we'd have another test of music from New Zealand and Australia during the 1960s. Been quite a few years since I've done this, but we'll rate the songs as we go along and total up.
When I stop to think, my mind is ordinary.
All right, we're back again. We'll total up the points at the end to see who's going to win it, but it's obvious that it will be New Zealand. Playing there was the Wanganui multiple guitarist Jim Coyle, and I thought we'd start off with a duel between him and Robbie G, the Aussie counterpart. Robbie G there, and a song called 54321. He was a very popular a multiple guitarist in Australia in the 60s, and a very distinctive sound that I really enjoy listening to. And after the 1960s into the 70s, he became a record producer and produced a lot of the great albums put out by Rene Geyer. Right, I think we'll call that one a draw, and the next one, what we're going to do is play New Zealand acts first, followed by the Aussies, and we'll play this well-known act.
She's a mom, 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 yeah, 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 she's a mom, she's a mom, yeah, yeah, she's a mom, she's a mom, she won't change anymore. Girl, now listen to me, I've got something to say. If you chop and change anymore, I won't have the money to pay. Fella, she was once a trap, then the black leather caught her eye. After being a rocker for a week, she's a mod and I wonder why. She's a mod, she's a mod, she's a mod, yeah, 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 yeah. She's a mod, yeah, yeah, she's a mod, she's a mod. She won't change anymore. She won't change anymore. Because I wanted her love, I said I'd buy her new clothes. She took advantage of my trust, now I'm broken completely, boss. She's a mod, she's a mod, she's a mod, yeah, 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 yeah. She's a mod, yeah, yeah, she's a mod, she's a mod. She won't change anymore. She's a mod. She's a mod. She's a mod. She's a mod. Yeah. Monday morning feels so bad. Everybody seems to nag me. Coming Tuesday, I feel better. Even my old man looks good. Wednesday just don't go. Thursday goes too slow. I'll have Friday on my mind. Gonna have fun in the city. Be with my girl, she's so pretty. She looks fine tonight. She's all inside to me. I'll spend my friend tonight. I'll lift my head tonight. I've got to get tonight. Monday I'll have Friday on my mind. Do the 5-day grind once more. I know of nothing else that loves me more than working for the rich man. Hey, I'll change that scene one day. Today I might be mad, tomorrow I'll be glad, 'cause I've got Friday on my mind. I'm gonna have fun in the city. Be with my girl, she's so pretty. She looks fine tonight. She's all inside to me.
The Easy Beats there, Friday on My Mind, and before that, Ray Columbus and the Invaders, and She's a Mod. And for that round, I think we'll give the nod to the Easy Beats, only because that was a huge hit for them in England, and George Young, one of the founders of the Easy Beats, along with Harry Vander, was a Scottish immigrant to Australia. He had two younger sons, one of them called Angus, the other one called Malcolm, and those two guys, of course, founded AC/DC.
Of the man that my mama loved, and I have loved me a man. I have wed me a man like my mama did. I have wed me a man. I can still feel the warmth of the words he said. He had my heart tied in his hand. And in the morning I would wake by his side and wonder what I could have done to be loved by a man like my mama loved, and I have loved me a man. I will bear him a child like my mama did. I will bear him a child. She'll be gentle and sweet like my mama was. I'll watch her grow, and in a while she'll ask me, Mama, what should I want from life? And I will tell her with a smile, just loved by a man like your mama loved, and I have loved me a man, and I have loved me a man.
Alison Durbin there, of course, with the big hit, I Have Love Me a Man. And this round is probably a little one-sided because she's up against an Aussie lady called Judy Stone, and it's a sweet little number called 4,3,221 Tears From Now.
4,003,221 tears from now. Maybe I forget that we ever met. 4,003,221 tears from now. that we ever made. 4,003,221 years from now. Maybe then I will have cried you out of my heart. Oh, everybody says that time heals no sorrow, and there'll be someone else, a brighter tomorrow. But loving you so much, I just don't see how. Maybe 4,003,221 years from now. 4,003,221 years from now. Maybe I'll forget that we ever made.
Judy Stone there, and I think Cut and Dried, that round certainly went to New Zealand. Right, next up we've got two groups that really featured lovely close harmonies, and we'll start off with the Wellington band, The Avengers, and a song called Everyone's Gonna Wonder, and then we'll follow that one up with a pretty popular group that started off in Australia.
As we watch the steeplechase, as it keeps
the sun in my life. It is dead, it is dead. Where is the light that would play in my streets? And where are the friends I could meet, I could meet? Where are the girls I left far behind? The specs and the specs of the girls on my mind. Where is the the girl that I love. She is gone, she is gone. The sticks and the spits of my life gone away. All of my life I call yesterday. The sticks and the spits of my life gone away. Everybody.
The Bee Gees there, a song called Spicks and Specks, and I played that one because that was a song they recorded in Australia on the old Spin label before they departed and went back to the UK and the stellar career they had. I'm going to call that probably a draw. The Bee Gees are a better group than the Avengers, and it certainly lasted a lot longer. But if you compare the two songs, I reckon the New Zealand song is far better. So we'll call that one a draw just based on the particular song. 23 minutes after 8 o'clock here on Arrow FM, and you're listening to the 60s Nostalgia Show, which is kindly sponsored by Cotter and Stevens, the electrical contractors down in Jellicoe Street in Martinborough. Tonight, to celebrate Anzac Weekend, we're having a music test between New Zealand and Australia. And next up, we've got a couple of groups, sort of heavy rocking, brassy sort of groups, starting off with the Dedication.
Small town lying by the river, halfway to nowhere, where the trains do stop to take on water. But my girl, she waits there. She don't have juice, she ain't got money, but she makes my whole world sunny. Wears no makeup on her face, but where she is, well, that's my place. And I'm going home to my girl. Wait for me, Marianne. Please stay free, Marianne. I'm coming home, girl, just as soon as I can. Mama, Marianne. Wait for me, Marianne. You will see, Marianne, that I was born to be your true loving man. Mama, Marianne. In the city, life gets awful lonely for a boy made for one girl, and it's hard to keep your sense of values and to do things you should. Girls come easy, try to make you just as soon. They'll try to break you when the city dulls my eyes. Then I remember summer skies and dream of the place I belong. Wait for me, Marianne. Please stay free, Marianne.
The dedication there from the Hutt Valley, I think they came from Stokes Valley in their cover version of a song first put out by the Scottish band Marmalade, a song called Wait For Me, Marianne, and they're up against a Aussie band originally very cleverly called The Group, and this song is A Woman, You're Breaking Me. That round definitely goes to the dedication and New Zealand. Ooh, we'll just get rid of that. And it also brought the time to 29 and a half minutes after 8 o'clock here on the 60s Nostalgia Show, which is kindly sponsored by the electrical maestros down in Martinborough, and that, of course, is Cotter and Stevens. Right, next up to epic songs, psychedelic songs, starting off with Shane, and we'll finish with Russell Morris.
I looked into the sky, everything was high, higher than it seemed to be to me, standing by the sea, thinking I was free. Did I hear you call, or was I dreaming then, St. Paul? You knew it all along, something had gone wrong. They couldn't hear your song of sadness in the air while they were crying out, beware your flowers and long hair, while you and Sergeant Pepper saw the writing on the wall. Want to donate your life to the future. They say they've got dues to pay today. You say it's the fool who plays it cool, sir. And if tomorrow comes, you know they'll all hear St. Paul say, let me take you down, down, down. You had a different view. Hey there, Paul, what's new? Did Judas really talk to you, or did you put us on? I think there's something wrong. It's taken you too long to change the world. Sir Isaac Newton said it had to fall. Hey, St. Paul, talk to you, or did you put the whole world on? I think there's something wrong. It's taken you too long to change the world. Sir Isaac Newton told you it would fall. You didn't listen, St. Paul.
Shane with his masterpiece, St. Paul, and he's up against pretty fierce competition with the next song, the classic, The Real Thing, a song put out by a guy who's a bit of a genius, Russell Morris.
Doesn't really mean a thing. Come and see the real thing. Come and see the real thing. Come and see. I am the real thing. Trying hard to understand, but really not. You're seeing me. Trying hard to understand, but really not. You're seeing me. There's a meaning there, but the meaning there doesn't really mean a thing. Come and see the real thing. Come and see the real thing. Come and see. I am the real thing.
Might just fade that one out just a little bit. Got a lot of songs still to play, but certainly a tremendous track. Russell Morris and the song called Real Thing, and I think we'd have to give that round to the Aussie. There we are, just had to fit that bit in. Right, next up we've got two bands. The common thread here is that they're named after the vocalist and the backing band. So we've got Max Merritt, and the Meteors and Zippity Doodah.
Gonna be satisfaction. Gonna be satisfaction.
Max Merritt and the Meteors here, and Zippity Doodah, which you'd have to say is probably not one of their better tracks.
When I was just little boy, I asked my mother, what will I be? Will I be handsome? Will I be rich? This was what she said to me. Hey, Sarah, whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Hey, Sarah, what
All right, I think we probably have to name those two as the worst tracks so they can have a tie. So what they really did achieve is to bring the time around a little bit closer to 9 o'clock. Right, next up, with a little bit of luck, we've got the Seekers, and the reason I'm playing an Aussie group first is I can't find the New Zealand track, but we'll have the Seekers and one of their many hits.
There's a new world somewhere they call the promised land, and I'll be there someday if you will hold my hand. I still need you there beside me, no matter what I do, for I know I'll never find another you.
There is always someone for each of us, they say, and you'll be my someone forever and a day. I could search the whole world over until my life is through, but I know I'll never find another you. It's a long, long journey, so stay by my side. When I walk through the storm, you'll be my guide, be my guide. If they gave me a fortune, my pleasure would be small. I could lose it all tomorrow and never mind at all. But if I should lose your love, dear, I don't know what I'd do, for I know I'll never find another you. But if I should lose your love, dear, I don't know what I'll do, for I know I'll never find another you, another you, another you.
Well, the Seekers win that one by default. And next up, we've got a couple of duos, starting off with Bill and Boyd and Bye Bye Blackbird.
Pack up all my care and woe, here I go singing low. Bye bye blackbird, where somebody waits for me, sugar sweet, so is she. Bye bye blackbird, no one here can love and understand me. Oh, what hard stories they all hand me. Make my bed, light the light, I'll be home late tonight. Blackbird, bye-bye. Pack up all my care and woe, here I go singing low. Bye, 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 blackbird, well, somebody waits for me, sugar sweet, so is she. Bye, 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 blackbird, no one here can love and understand me. Oh, what highlight stories they all have me. Make my bed and light the light, I'll be home late tonight. Blackbird, bye bye. Pack up all my care and woe, here I go a singing low. Bye 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 bye, blackbird, where somebody waits for me, sugar
Bill and Boyd there, and Bye Bye Blackbird, and up against them is the duo Bobby and Laurie with a song called Hitchhiker, which was written by Roger Miller.
Here I stand, and the cars go by. Some of them honk and some just wave high. It seems like life and the cars both just passed me by. Hitchhiker, you know, no special place to be going. I just go whichever way the wind's blowing. It's hot today. I'd kinda like to be where it's snowing. Well, I don't know. Maybe I'll just stay here where the green grass is growing. Hey, here comes another car. I wonder, is he slowing down? Hitchhiker? Hitch. Hiker. Hitch. Hiker. Like a restless tiger, you can't stand still. And you never will. I guess all boys dream. So did I. My hands once reached out to touch the sky. Is this the sky that I reached out for? Just the dust of the road? Nothing more? Hey, here comes another car. Hitchhiker? Hitch. Hiker, hitch, hiker, like a restless tiger, you can't stand still, and you never will.
Bobby and Laurie there, and Hitchhiker, and we'll say that was a win to the Aussies. Right, coming up to 6 minutes to 8 o'clock, which means you've got time for one more, and I was going to play two from the Pleasers, the New Zealand ones spelt with an S, and the Aussie ones spelt with a Z, but seeing we've only got time for one, we'll call this round a draw, and we'll play the Aussie version of a Van Morrison written song called Gloria.
I tell you about my baby, you know she comes around. She's about 5'4", her lovely hair's dark brown, darling. You know she comes around here just about midnight. She makes me feel so good and loud. I wanna touch me feel alright. And her name is shout it out now. I'm gonna shout everything. Yeah. She comes around here just about midnight. She makes me feel so good, Lord. I wanna tell her she makes me feel alright. I watch her walk down my street. And then she comes to my house. She knocks upon my door. And then she comes to my room. She make me feel alright.
The Pleasers with a Z and a Gloria bringing to a close another edition of the 60s Nostalgia Show, which has been kindly sponsored by Connor and Stevens, the electrical contractors down in Jellicoe Street in Martinborough. And the program was first broadcast all over the wonderful Wairarapa on Arrow FM 92.7. All right, that's my lot for the week. Time to go out into the cold and work my way back home. And certainly is going to be a bit cooler tonight, so prepare yourself for that. Although I think we'll have some decent weather over the weekend. So let's have a look at that now. So the low tonight's going to actually get down to 3 degrees, and tomorrow 16 degrees is the top. Fine southwesterlies are dying out, and on Sunday minimum 3 degrees, a top of 20 degrees. Fine northwesterlies are turning southwest late, and on Monday minimum of 6 degrees, a top of 17, cloudy with showers or 2 at first, and then fine with the southwester dying out. Of course, playing in the background, the great New Zealand guitarist Peter Poser, in the song he's playing at the moment, a song called Grasshopper. All right, before I disappear, I'll put on some commercial-free Kiwi music, and that'll take us right through until the next scheduled program, which is a program called Pick and Mix. Another short week next week, and a special all week for me, because in a week's time, next Friday, I retire from work, so I'll be able to put my feet up. Yeah, time's come around to put me out to pasture and give me a chance to go on to the next chapter of my life, and really looking forward to that, especially after the week I've just had, which has been hectic to say the least. Hope you enjoy your long weekend. Just remember to give thanks and that to all those that paid the ultimate price when we remember Anzac Day on 2022. So whatever you are doing over the weekend, take care, and take care during the week, and we will catch you next Friday night at 7 o'clock with the Blues Show, and at 8 o'clock with the 60s and Nostalgia Show. You're tuned to Arrow FM, your local community access radio station that broadcasts all over the wonderful Wairarapa on Arrow FM 92.7 and elsewhere via our website arrowfm.co.nz. and let's not forget that you can see programs live and recorded on Wairarapa TV, which is a Freeview channel number 41. The time now is just a smidgen after a minute past 9 o'clock, so it's time for some commercial-free Kiwi music.